Good morning, what a cracking start just here on Wolverton Road down in St Lawrence on the in the Isle of Wight Undercliff. We'll just have a quick walk down there, down towards Woody Head. But yeah, I slept in my car overnight along Undercliff Drive. As you know, I live in my car. I've lived in a vehicle since February 2018 when I moved into a little Citroen Berlingo van, and then when was it, late in 2023 I think, that little car imploded on itself, so I had to spend a couple of months living in a hut on Ventnor beach, or not on the beach but near the beach, and then I bought that little Citroen C1 for 500 quid I think it was, in early 2024, and now it's it's April 2025. Nice plants here for sale. Might pick up one or two of those when I come back. Look how much the that one looks quite nice. Ooh, looks like they've got some chives as well. Is that chives? It is. Nice Dunnikin song there, singing away. Bit blowier than I thought it would be. Beautiful morning there. So blackbirds singing up there. Goldfinch along there, and a blackcap as well. Just having a listen to what else is singing. So we're just about in the first week of April still, 2025. Bird migration is well underway. So this is pretty much a typical start to my day really. Get out about 7 in the morning, so it's about 7:15 a.m. Get out of the car about 7:15 or 7 in the morning and go for a walk and shoot an early video as I'm doing now. Looking out for hoopoo on any of the grassy bits. They love lawns and churchyards. Dead sycamore tree that the kestrels like to sit in. Green woodpecker yaffling in the distance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you've not already subscribed. Jays calling in the background to my right. Gulls are getting a bit annoyed up there, so it must be a bird of prey up there somewhere probably. A local buzzard, more than likely. They've gone over that way, chasing something around. They get very annoyed with the buzzards. Buzzards obviously predate the chicks of roof-dwelling herring gulls, I think. That must be why the gulls get all eggy with them, so to speak. That lump there on the cliff top was 3 linnets flying east there, but that sugarloaf, big slab of green sand. Obviously the ground we're on now is all tumbled down landslip. So there was a massive rotational landslip occurred here. Long time ago. So it's all a jumbled mess of chalk and galt clay and green sand, etc. If you're a geologist, you'll know better than I do. And then we plonked a load of houses on it. So it's now Europe's largest rotational landslip, the undercliff, this area. It remains unstable. I won't say very unstable, just there are fresh landslips in various spots around the undercliff. And various bits of instability. On the whole, it's okay. It's a lovely place to live, that's for sure. And I don't really have a problem with instability because I'm in a car. My home is not fixed into the ground. Yeah, so at this time of year, the bird migration really begins to ramp up. We're not really at the peak yet, but we're approaching. Different bird species have different little peaks. So chiffchaffs arrive earlier and wheatears and such like. And then as it progresses, other things start to appear. So they all have their different periods of migration. Partly, I guess, related to the distance they have to come. A lot of these migrants are from sub-Saharan Africa, but some winter way further south. Some winter, I think, our ospreys winter in Senegal, I think that's right. So West Africa are not as far to come, and they're big gliding birds, so they can tend to arrive a little bit earlier in the spring. Around about nowish, now would be a good time for an osprey to fly in off the sea. That breeze is really chilly. It's not a cloud in the sky, but it's a very chilly breeze. Quickly have a look into Woody Bay. I'm not going to go down into Woody Bay, just have a look from the edge. Like I say, there's Sugarloaf again. It's great there, it's covered in flowering blackthorn at the moment, which is a really good native shrub that the migrant birds gravitate towards at this time of year, just because the flowers are attracting loads of insects to come and drink their nectar, and the birds in turn are drawn in to eat the insects. So blackthorn at this time of year is a really good shrub to look at if it's flowering, if you're looking for migrating birds. Lovely view. You can just see St Catherine's Point Lighthouse in the centre of the frame. If you're watching this on the TV, you may see the light because it is going. I can see the light with the naked eye. Right, before my hand freezes off, I'm going to have a quick look down into some goldfinches flying overhead, singing, and a wren singing ahead. Don't know if you can hear that. The Ventnor radar station up in the distance. That really is a chilly breeze. Magpie? Magan pie? Smart birds, I like magpies. Rather lovely. There's Woody Head, Woody Bay. If anyone asks, why on earth would you live in the car? Why on earth wouldn't you live in a car and do this? It's beautiful. And as is so often the case down here, there's nobody else about. It's a very peaceful piece of the south coast. I'm going to do a loop, I think. Walk along Wolverton Road back to the car, then we shall head into Ventnor. If I had a bit more time, I'd carry on walking that way, I think, but I'll do that next time. I've got to whiz to Dorset, carry on with my farm visits, carry on with some report writing, then I shall be back. But not quite yet. Later today. Yes, as I always say, if you want to support my channel, there's a little buymeacoffee.com link in the description below the video. I've got to look out for any ospreys coming in. So ospreys, the gulls tend to go bonkers about them, which is very strange because ospreys don't catch gulls. Ospreys catch fish. I think they're probably completely specialised on catching fish, unlike white-tailed eagles, which catch fish as well. The eagles catch a lot of other things, like cygnets and coots and cuttlefish and that kind of stuff, whereas ospreys only go for fish as far as I know. There's a lot of goldfinches around here. That's a species that is holding its own, whereas green finches did decline dramatically. They've come back a little bit since then. I think disease caused their decline. And chaffinches have really gone down. Chaffinch in the last few years, 5 or 6 years, chaffinches have really almost vanished completely from the undercliff. They seem to have started to make a comeback. They're quite hard to come by relative to their previous abundance. Maybe it's bird flu that caused a problem for chaffinches. They need to build up their immunity, if that's something they can do. It's Woody Bay Cottages. I apologise for the sun. It's very bright. It's a bit better. When I reduce the amount of sky in the shot and increase the amount of ground, the image quality improves. It's not quite so drowned out by the bright sunshine and bright sky. Or bleached out is a better word. House sparrow calling. I always like to hear house sparrows because they're not that common in the undercliff. Only a few small colonies. So yeah, job for today. I've got to do a couple of farm maps. So mapping suggestions for what farmers can do on their land for wildlife. Got to have a report I'm writing. And later in the evening, well actually no, later in the evening I'm going to be driving back to Dorset. So I was going to say I'll do some book writing, but nice done up there. Carry on singing. No, flown off. I'm making good progress with the book writing though. Yeah, a chaff singing, that would be on territory now, I think, rather than a migrant. going to warm up very quickly today. I've got to remember to put some sun cream on. So my other channel, Steve Jones Wild Writer, I think is, what is it, 767 subscribers, I think. And I need to try and get to 1,000 subscribers over there. So I put a few videos up on there lately. So do go and follow me over there if you want even more wildlife walk type content. And I talk about other things, rewilding and wildlife friendly farming, that kind of stuff on that channel. God, I'm out of breath. Back on Wolverton Lane now. Wolverton Road, I mean. That's where we just come from. Woody Bay Cottages. Got some sheep in there. Head back for the car, then head into Ventnor Bay, I think. Of the way the trees are growing out of a big green sand block. Sycamores, look at that root system. Quite impressive. Not a fan of these signs. I think they're horrible. You are being watched. Blah. Horrible signs to put up. Wolverton Manor. There's a loud wren. Oh dear. It's going to be a long hot summer, isn't it? This weather is exactly like how it was in the first COVID lockdown. Can't believe how long ago that was. So I moved into the Balingo in February 2018, and COVID obviously sprung up the following year in 2019, and I think the lockdowns were 2020, but the first lockdown summer, I think that must have been 2020, started out very much like this. A long sunny March and April, and then it just continued to be sunny all year, all summer I think. It was great, I loved it. In my little van. I got grief from the police initially, accusing me of driving to beauty spots, which apparently you weren't allowed to do. I ignored them. Might come back for plants another time. Do like buying them from there. Got this little flower bed at Besties and Spinkies that I've adopted, and it needs some more plants. Right, get back in the car and go to Ventnor Bay. It's like they're bringing well, they just launched a boat actually, just missed that one. Ah well. You could literally be anywhere, couldn't you, really? Just sunny old Ventnor though. Gonna have a quick look at the little garden, see how that's doing. Oh dear. There's my little garden, lots of Californian poppies coming through. Sown a lot of seed in here. Bluebells are looking good. Lots more work to do though. So I hope you're enjoying this video about Ventnor and the Undercliff. If so, then don't forget there are 2 books that I've written. One, Birdwatching Around Ventnor, creatively named, and the second one is Wildlife Watching Around Ventnor. Just short books about the local area that are the subject of this video. Available on Amazon. I'll put a link below for this video, and you can also order it from the library, and it's available in all major bookshops, both of these little booklets, and in a few shops along the Esplanade, like the Longshoremen's Museum and Lady Scarlet's Tea Room as well. But yeah, I'll put a link to the description if you want a slightly deeper dive into the Isle of Wight Undercliff. Then these 2 little booklets might be of interest to you. Just go onto Amazon otherwise and just search for Steve Jones and Ventnor and you should find them.